All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Chaemiko versus Lin. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Lin spawning as the blue human player. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have Chaemiko spawning at blue orc. What am I saying? Blue orc over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, going up against a red human. Yeah, you are first. Thank you for tuning in so quickly. Always good to see some action on Twitch and people jumping over since I'm not able to cast for very long. Um, I'll say this out there. I know a lot of people are wondering, hey, how come you don't have that many viewers on Twitch? It actually takes quite a bit of time and hours to get a lot of followers so that you have a good number of viewers if you're only streaming for about 30 to 45 minutes. And most Twitch people out there, they know that they stream for upwards of 4 to 6 hours at a time in order to produce good content out there and make the show enjoyable. People, you're higher up on the priority. You're as more viewers attract more viewers, that type of thing. You kind of snowball. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to snowball on Twitch, but hopefully you guys are still enjoying everything anyways. Let's go ahead and break things down, how everything is going to be going in this 1v1 matchup. It is going to be an Archmage going up against a Blade Master. Not too surprising, and this build we'll see if we see a second Orc Burrow or not. We are going to be probably staying at 20 supply and then trying to get enough lumber to just go into tier 2 before we train any additional units. Coming back through, Blade Master is going to be making its way out here. It looks like the timing is he'll try to take down one particular creep or some creeps here, and then perhaps try and sell back some of those items here again, as we now see some engagement going after that Ogre Warrior. Blade Master the one to take the majority of that damage, as well he has higher armor and also has heroic armor, meaning that he takes less damage from the Forest Troll Berserker and the Forest Troll Trapper. Goes back, sells, gonna go ahead and wait for that Troll Berserker to not be there, and then maybe start using a healing salve. There we go. Archmage on the other side of the map, getting a very quick clear of this creep camp, picking up a wand of mana stealing, perhaps the least important out of those drops there, as the Archmage still wants to go after some more creep camps here. Alright, 2 water elementals are already there. A further one in the back, a little bit of damage coming through. That water elemental isn't actually taking any damage, unfortunately. That's really what you want to be doing. Meanwhile, there is a scout tower here. Peon is going to try and hide. Blade Master clearing up the Ogre Warrior on the other side of the map as well, as the Archmage will not get to level 3, but the Blade Master will end up stealing an item and some experience from his opponent. Well, I guess not really stealing, just stealing the creep from his opponent there. Blade Master now using Windwalk and Scroll of Speed to really cover a large amount of distance, getting into the very corner of the map. Now, this must have been this is high level play, knowing exactly where his opponent is going to try and creep. Going to wait for that exactly. There is a bash right there. Blade Master, I don't believe he got the gold. I didn't see it. Archmage gets up to level 3, and the damage is still adding in there. Lin, it doesn't look like he got any of that gold there, as the Blade Master was able to pull back. Maybe, perhaps he did. Tome of Strength being left behind, as so many professional players do. Coming back through, there's double grunt, there's the burrow, there is, some engagement there. Water elemental being dropped in, as some damage is going to be coming across. No surround onto that grunt, and that does come as a surprise. You have so many units early on, you got to engage with that. You got to engage so that you are... Oh, there's a wand of mana stealing. Going to be able to drop another water elemental here in just a little bit of time. Losing that Orc Burrow is very, very deadly, as it's going to slow down any additional units from being trained. Coming back through, going to go ahead and take down another footman. Lin is either on fire or cold. Very exciting either way, though. Yeah, it makes for... a high chance of variance often causes quite a bit of problems there, as the Blade Master unable to deny that grunt, and the grunt gets taken down. Wand of mana stealing is taking another 50 mana away, should be able to drop another water elemental there, and that Wand of mana stealing, which I thought was not so great of an item, really comes back over the top. All right, Tauren Chieftain now getting added in. A second Orc Burrow was built down to the south here. Blade Master, is he going to be able to do anything here as the Water Elemental, well, in comes the Peons, in comes the Grunts. The units are trying to pull back away. Blade Master able to walk away as well as a low hit point Footman healing back over there. Water Elemental just absorbing quite a bit of damage. The Blade Master going to take some damage. Oh, let's take a look. Ends up losing all of that damage there. Gets the finishing kill, gets a little bit of experience, and now pulls back. We are looking at another Orc Burrow getting added in again as the Archmage, well, going to go ahead and heal back from this Fountain of Health as well. Being able to heal at this time in the game without an arcane vault. So Chaemiko purposely not building up an arcane vault, but you do see that he forgot to speed or build a farm earlier, forced to speed build it, as you're looking at the Tauren Chieftain now looking to clear out the remaining creep camps. Archmage sitting at level 3. Footman gonna join in here as well. What is the hero? This is a classic tier 2 push. Archmage with the Beastmaster coming in after all of that burrow damage. There's the Water Elemental. Here you go. Orc Burrow gonna get taken down. Where are those Quill Beasts? There it is. Tauren Chieftain gonna make its way over, trying to throw down a stomp as well. Water Elemental is there, as you can see. Well, a 4-unit surround by Peons. Peons getting a 4-unit surround right there. Quill Beast gonna be dropped here. The Spirit Lodge looks like it is gonna get taken down. There it goes. It is cancelled, as all the units are gonna be running back out, losing a level 1 Beastmaster, but delaying that Spirit Lodge. Absolutely huge, as the Grunts are now retreating back again. Are you rooting for human? I try not to root for anyone, but I believe my human bias is showing just a little bit, as the Water Elemental now coming back in here. This is a very old school strategy that was used back in 2005 to like 2005 to I would say 2012. This whole entire tier 2 push with Water Elementals, Archmage, gonna perhaps back it up with Sorceress, dual Arcane Sanctums, and Priest, and then perhaps also be using Ivory Towers or some sort of tower push. Let's see if that will continue to be the case. I don't see. Oh, there you go. Gonna go ahead and wake that up. Blade Master does get to level 3, does take a little bit more damage again, as the Archmage is still here, causing a lot of pressure. Orc Burrows, yes, you can save those Peons and hide them inside, but you cannot continually do that, as your lumber count is going to end up falling a little bit below. You can see 440 compared to 117. Coming back through. Grunt, is it going to get trapped? Quill Beast gets in front, and yes, that Grunt is trapped between all of those locations again. All right, Quill Beast, Blade Master, gonna try to get some damage again, perhaps trying to save this low hit point Grunt. Damage is adding through. Militia now joining in on the fight. That Grunt, is it gonna be able to make it out? I don't believe so. Actually, no, one more Scroll of Speed, and yes, escapes at 48 hit points. All right, Militia now coming across. Priest joining in. Our Sorceress is going to be joining in as well. Yes, they are. And here comes that follow-up attack. Quill Beast, is it going to try to just dive on in here, get damage onto some of those other remaining units, as the Orc Burrow does end up finish it off here. Here comes those towers as well. And this is a classic tier 2 push. Quill Beast, Archmage, Dust of Appearance doesn't reveal the Blade Master. Blade Master was, well, rightfully too far back, as the Guard Tower, or the Scout Towers, now upgrading into Arcane Towers. There is Peon Wars here in 2020. Peasants versus Peons, as the Blade Master going to try and engage once more. Priest healing. Peasants should also be on auto repair. Not quite sure what's going on. Are you going to let that fall? Those Peons should just be on auto repair there, as the Beastmaster ends up falling. Meanwhile, coming back through, Priest are trying to heal up more again. This Scout Tower not going to be enough. It's going to end up getting taken down. Well, there it goes at the hands of the Blade Master. There's another stompy stomp again, as the Kodo Beast eating up a Water Elemental and getting full on water, but really still in a good spot overall, as that Water Elemental represents a large amount of damage. An army of Sorceress now come back out across the field. That could make a big play and change again. Are we going to see the death of a Tauren Chieftain? Death of Tauren Chieftain? No, we are not. Tauren Chieftain, however, constantly getting boxed back out. Archmage trying to dodge away. Is the Tauren Chieftain going to be able to get away now? Grunt going to get taken down, as the individual units are just getting microed. Anytime you're trying to follow a single unit, that is not good. especially if you have slow casted on you. I don't care how fast you are as a Blade Master, it ends up taking mana to do anything there, as the Blade Master now looks to back up again. All right, this scout tower a bit far away. I'm not quite sure why it is currently being built, but yeah, very far away now. Where is that Tauren Chieftain? Tauren Chieftain and Blade Master are going to be joining back in on the fight. Beastmaster coming in as well. There's that scout tower. Sorceresses going after those headhunters now, as we're looking at that scout tower getting added in. There's an ensnare onto the Archmage. Archmage is going to try and get away. There is an invisibility, and with no, well, easy way to reveal him, that Archmage is pretty much and well protected. However, the Beastmaster does get the effect of that brilliance, as we're looking at the damage not getting added through. All right, repair is getting undone here. Tauren Chieftain, or more damage adding in. Grunt down to 92 hit points, somehow staying alive. There goes that arcane tower again, as the sorceress gets killed in the back once more. Blade Master going after the sorceress still, as we're going to see Raider get taken down. All right, units trying to get away easily and freely. Priest now perhaps trying to head back as well. Priest in a little bit of trouble. There's a little bit of slow. Is that Priest going to be able to stay alive? Trying to, well, dive and dodge and weave its way through this army, as the units are just still slipping through. Archmage absorbing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, back down across here, Footman and all these other units are engaging still. Water Elemental, Quill Beast. Is it going to take down? Yes, it does. Beastmaster gets up to level 2. Archmage gets up to level 4. Level 2 Brilliance Aura, as a second Priest joins in on the fight. Blade Master does not hope to really stick around this fight too long, as damage is still adding in again. All right, there was a Hawk to reveal, as the units are now trying to weave away once more. That Hawk needs to be moved back down if it wants to be of any scouting use, as the Voodoo Lounge could get taken down here. Lin is just holding on here very, very well. Meanwhile, Headhunter, thank you for the follow, as that Headhunter now looking to pull back once more. Raiders are going to join in on the fight. Beastmaster in that front line, as the Hawk is overhead. Blade Master going to perhaps take a little bit of damage. Yes, he no longer being healed again. The priests are incredibly important in this matchup. There's only one priest and 4 sorceresses here. We're trying to heal, stutter heal at this point, as the peasants running defense, allowing the priest to get through. Scout tower about to get done. Peasants say, no, I forgot. I needed to keep on repairing this one particular building, and it is still being repaired right now. Damage coming back through. It did not end up falling, canceling that arcane tower perhaps a bit prematurely, even though, well, it looked like it was the necessary thing to do at the time. All right, Tauren Chieftain right there. Units still making their ways back out. Water Elemental getting dropped into play. Voodoo Lounge about to fall. This tier 2 push classic being brought over, as the Tauren Chieftain now making its rounds again. All right, massive number of peasants are right here. Are we going to see, well, are they going to try to build a lumber mill here and start harvesting lumber? That would be, well, an additional way to try and deal damage, as the sorceresses and the priest are now, well, being forced to pull back again. In comes from the back again. Here we go, trying to take down the scout towers. You should not be moving the peasants away from your precious towers, as one tower is up. Mana now being lost, and that repair is in time again. Scout tower not lost. Why did the peasants try and harvest lumber when it has no place to really drop it off? That is the question now, as a couple of peasants, there we go, now building an arcane vault, as buildings are lost. Orc burrows are finally upgraded into the fortified armor, and this sorceress magic army, piercing damage army, no longer going to be able to deal that much damage anyway. Okay, Chaemiko going to be able to finish off this barracks here. Meanwhile, Archmage doesn't know, or the human player doesn't know, that the Blade Master Tauren Chieftain actually looking to clear out a fountain of health. Well, I take it back. A Hawk is going to go ahead and spot this right here, right now. There is that Red Drake trying to purposely get pulled away again. Headhunter, well, trying to constantly pull back, as the Tauren Chieftain going to pick up some powerful items, and that Blade Master is going to level up. Kodo Beast, is it going to try and make its way back in? We are now going into a lumber mill right in the midst of everything, and well, that is in order to get more lumber at this point in stage. Make use of these peons here, as this Kodo Beast, well, is going to try and eat that water elemental, unable to do so. More gold is being harvested. There goes a peon. Yes, peon taken down. Beastmaster still sitting at level 2. As you're going to look at that, well, one unit getting taken back. All right, Blade Master does have 3 circlets of nobility sorceresses coming in. A big stomp. That Tauren Chieftain all of a sudden now up to level 3 could flip the script as it is able to get in so much damage. There's another stomp right there, disrupting all of that retreat that was just so painful earlier. All right, Tauren Chieftain now down to 160 hit points. Is it going to take a lot of damage there? Yes, it is. It's going to try to throw down another stomp. I believe so. Trying to get it. There it is. There's the... and uses that right there. And the Archmage, who was invisible for just a split second, had been ensnared and still revealed. Units trying to make their way back over, trying to finish off any units that they can. There they go, going after that Tauren Chieftain. That's 115 hit points. Not going to work as the Beastmaster now may end up getting taken down. There he goes. Oh, what a change a level brings. Lin able to recognize that he had to lose that battle to win the bigger war, and that's exactly what he did right there. Pulled back, lost a number of key buildings, and now what can really be done? A watchtower getting added in, Archmage resurrected at the tavern, Ivory Towers thrown down. And we are going to be looking at perhaps guard towers trying to get thrown up very fast. More guard towers coming in here. There is still a Hawk in play. Meanwhile, Blade Master sitting at level 4 going after some of those other units here. Raiders able to heal out that Fountain of Health, even though there's still a dragon there. As the battle is raging on, Blade Master going to be looking to pull back here. There's an ensnare onto a sorceress. Sorceress going to have a very bad day. There it goes. As there's now 4 towers getting constructed, or 3 getting upgraded, and 1 new one getting constructed right now. Invisibility right there. The sorceress, however, the more important unit, should have found a way to try and stay alive. There's the invisibility, but a 147 critical strike finishing it off. That Blade Master getting awfully close to level 5. And you can see the Lumber Mill actually suffering a little bit of damage at this point. A new Voodoo Lounge trying to be built back down to the south. Archmage is right here. Blade Master, invisibility, double ensnare already coming across. There's Dust of Appearance as the Archmage could be in a lot of trouble. Archmage, what is it going to try and do? Is it going to try and Scroll of Town Portal out? There's a Scroll of Healing, but there's another invisibility, and it is still alive, but Dust of Appearance is revealing it. Archmage going after the Blade Master. Archmage, Scroll of Town Portal, no invisibility. Not going to work as the Dust of Appearance. Blade Master saying, I too can apply Dust of Appearance on enemy heroes. Guard towers are up though, so damage is going to be added in. Beastmaster joins into the fight, says, what's happening? What is going on? Am I going to be able to finish all of this back again? So, well, Beastmaster trying to get in some damage here, but should not really be engaging, and Chaemiko losing control of his Beastmaster may end up losing it here again. There's an invisibility, Dust of Appearance once more as the Beastmaster tries to stay alive down to 160, drops in some other units, going to try to duck, dive, and dodge its way back out here, while still adding in damage. And that's exactly what we see here. Peons or peasants now perhaps going to try and do a quit of repairing, quite a bit of repairing here, as we could be looking at perhaps scrolls of regeneration and also clarity potions. Archmage needs to get resurrected. I don't see it as of yet. Guard towers putting them pressure down to the south here, as these towers are just causing so many problems. All right, peasants really shouldn't be mining or trying to harvest lumber off here, as more guard towers, ivory towers getting added in. All right, in come the raiders. Let's take a look. How much damage does it just take to run out of there at half life, pretty much, as we're going to look at this one lumber mill perhaps get taken down. Repairs could be in order as well. The watchtowers do deal quite a bit of damage. So do the guard towers, though, as we're looking at, well, finishing off the red drake here. So overall, the Archmage is back in play, has a potion of healing. Lumber Mill about to get taken down. Voodoo Lounge gonna fall for the second time again, and this stronghold is just trying to get held onto. Are we going to be looking at repairs? No, we are not going to be repairing this Lumber Mill at all, and this Lumber Mill will be coming to an end. Maybe a new lumber mill built off over here to try and also protect the Archmage and the Beastmaster from any attacks from this side, as we're looking at a Scroll of Town Portal coming in back home to try and protect as well. In comes the invisibility. Unit's going to be coming back down. One Arcane Tower unit now making their way down over across here, as the guard towers, well, what's ending up happening? Peasants should really be in the midst of all of these buildings with auto repair on. This one stronghold needs to be repaired quite a bit. A lot of damage coming through, already down to 381 hit points, as we're looking at the Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master army. Tauren Chieftain, if it gets to level 5, all of a sudden that stomp does become significantly more powerful. Archmage is at 4. Beastmaster will get to level 3 off of this creep camp. And this army of sorceresses with adept training, priests do not have adept training, still continuing this push. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain should get to level 5 off of this creep camp here by the Fountain of Health, and all we're really seeing is that, well, peasants are trying to keep this stronghold alive and well, but they are ending up getting taken out too. Alright, army is now on the move. Sorceresses in a mass, 3 priests, and what is that, 5 sorceress in this 39 supply army. We're going to look at the Tauren Chieftain. No, not going to get to level 5, as the Blade Master is still nearby, and, well, taking quite a bit of that experience away as well. Tauren Chieftain does get a little bit more Sobi mask on the Tauren Chieftain, who also has a Robe of Magi, over almost 400 mana as the stronghold gets taken down. Alright, this could turn into a base race scenario. All of a sudden, Raiders now making their way back off to the north. A couple of buildings going to end up getting taken down here. Sorceress actually picked apart here, as we are looking at multiple Orc burrows with those attacks, leaving the guard towers to do what they want to do as they teleport back home. And, well, it looks like everything is fine. He's going to try. You can do it, Lin. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy fight indeed. Archmage, Beastmaster making their way down. Tauren Chieftain shifting around again. A couple of ensnares. This is rather dangerous for Lin. Is all of his smart plays here going to end up him getting creep jacked with his back exposed to his opponent? No, that is not the case. As well, Chaemiko is not going in that direction at all. All right. Never a good idea to be creeping green creep camps when your opponent is creeping red creep camps at this stage. That Ogre Lord did fall. Item dropped, what was it? Claws of Attack plus 12 on the Blade Master. Alright, Claws of Attack plus 12 on a Blade Master. Level 5 Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain with a Voodoo Lounge here. Guard towers are all done. Only a handful of buildings left down here. There is 1 peon on the move, 302 gold. Still has the options to sell some of those precious items and then start building up an expansion somewhere else. What is that Blade Master going to do? That Blade Master also with Dust of Appearance, so any invisibility tactics is not going to work. There is Inner Fire, 260 critical strike, Dust of Appearance. Archmage could be in major trouble. Archmage does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, uses the Potion of Healing, uses the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in time to stay alive, as the Blade Master now going to just come across and start slicing and dicing its way through. Level 3 critical strike. You saw that 200 hit point critical strike, as the Archmage now going to be in trouble. There it goes, 212 again. Talk about getting the necessary items, and that's exactly what the Blade Master got in that fight. Meanwhile, a big stomp coming across as the Blade Master are going to be able to pick off units one at a time again. Peons or peasants are trying to fight back. Call to arms. Tauren Chieftain is right there. Tauren Chieftain with so much mana, so much stomping, causing issues still, as damage is still coming through. Blade Master now slowed in a massive retreat, trying to retreat back. Water Elementals in the back line, unable to do damage, as the Tauren Chieftain now gets to level 5. If that stomp wasn't threatening before, it is now, as we're going to see the Blade Master perhaps hang around for a little while longer with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Blade Master trying to sneak away, perhaps stand next to this Fountain of Health for as long as it can. And standing next to a Fountain of Health with high armor and high hit points, always very beneficial for that unit. The Blade Master, however, going to try and go up against all these units. A quick ensnare. Tauren Chieftain going through the back is going to try to throw down a stomp. There is a stomp right there. Invisibility from a back sorceress, though, as the Beastmaster going to continue to engage again. Tauren Chieftain trying to go back for that back line, as we're going to look at the Blade Master down to 245 hit points. Is it going to end up getting taken down? Ensnare onto that unit there. In the backfield, as the Blade Master down to 162 hit points. Any bit of mana is actually a little bit of bad news. Blade Master down to 97, 75, and the slow wears off. Blade Master much faster than any of those other units. However, the Quill Beast going to try and catch up, get those quills, and just continue to chase. Arcane Tower. No, the Blade Master cannot be sticking around into that fight there. Down to 37 hit points, trying to head back away. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain trying to head back here. Peon's army going across here as there is no mining either place. Archmage not going to get resurrected. Blade Master going to be able to heal back up at 40 hit points at the Fountain of Health. The Quill Beast will not be able to overcome the damage and the armor right there. You can take a look at that. He's just going to stand right there and say, you know what? I can absorb, I can fight here all day long without a problem. There you go. And this might actually give a little bit more experience as well. Quill Beast going to get taken down. Does get the experience right there. Coming back through Torrent Chieftain running around in a circle. Beastmaster seeing that level 3 trying to finish off some of these units here, and we are still looking at all of those guard towers preventing anything. Couple of heroes left, and that is pretty much it. Damage going to get added in. The Torrent Chieftain, that no longer really a threat now that there are a handful of Spellbreakers out onto the field. Raider going to get taken down. Level 4 now on the Beastmaster as the Torrent Chieftain himself is in trouble. Quill Beasts are now back out onto the field. Level 5 going up a single level 4 Beastmaster with an army of Spellbreakers, Sorceresses, and a single Priest. Blade Master going to go straight for that Beastmaster right there. Beastmaster does have a potion of healing, and there are 2 Priests out here to do a little bit more healing as well. There's invisibility. No more Dust of Appearance as the Spellbreakers. Well, there's another stomp right there. Invisibility again, and the Beastmaster gets taken down. Dust of Appearance used by the Blade Master enough to cause problems as the Blade Master was able to slip on through Torrent Chieftain trying to open a pathway as the Torrent Chieftain with Endurance Aura causing problems again. Alright, still more things coming through. Blade Master getting body blocked continually, and damage is still getting added, and Blade Master going to be forced to use a scroll of or that potion of invulnerability there. Torrent Chieftain, on the other hand, actually in a little bit of trouble as well, as it's going to be losing some of its precious mana. 300 hit points. It's trying to break free. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability purposely dropped off. A little fumble handoff right there, as well, not a purpose intentional down, but you're allowed to do that in WarCraft 3 as the battle now raging through. Alright, damage adding in over here. Sorceresses now making their way back over. This is 2 heroes fighting next to a Fountain of Health, going up against Spellbreakers fighting next to a Fountain of Health. All of these units are going to try and engage. Blade Master going to lose a lot. Torrent Chieftain, if the Torrent Chieftain gets off a stomp, that would be absolutely devastating, as the Blade Master now going to stick around by that Fountain of Health here. No gold. No gold available at all. So the army now going to make its way down. 25 supply compared to 21. And, well, this is the reason why Orc players like Concealed Hill and those Fountains of Health. Orc burrows absolutely full right now, as the Spellbreaker is going to be absorbing quite a bit of damage. You can take a look right here. Sorceresses are here. Priests are trying to offer in a bit of healing as well. You can take a look. One unit taking all of that damage. Sorceress, and there's a little bit of micro. Meanwhile, the heroes are trying to deal damage back on the other side here. Who is actually going to win out? That is the question, as this low hit point Spellbreaker going to be pulling back. This one Watchtower about to come to an end here. The damage only 13 to 15 on Spellbreaker, so it doesn't deal that much damage to Watchtowers. Just think of them as footmen at this point. Alright. Coming through again, answering your question without even seeing it, there are simply just too many Orc burrows right here to easily fight this way through. Priest getting sniped right there. Beautifully done. The invisibility should have gone down. Meanwhile, the Torrent Chieftain actually looking to... Is he actually trying to get additional gold? Blade Master is right there as well, trying to finish off more units again. Blade Master picks up a ring, or Torrent Chieftain picks up a ring of regeneration. One peon hiding over here by the Fountain of Health. And we're still looking at more healing trying to get underway. Orc burrows, a little bit of repairs could be in order. Peons are now making their way back. Sorceress does scout all of this out off over here, as this one Sorceress, well, just doing a quick flyby. Oh, this is problematic. How is Chaemiko going to hold on? Is Chaemiko going to be able to hold on to this? He only has a 2 supply advantage. Blade Master going to dive on in here, and if it catches any of these units out of position, well, that is going to be a grave change. Torrent Chieftain, wait. All right. Apparently, Chaemiko just saw the writing on the wall and knew that the Torrent Chieftain and the Blade Master were just going to go around the map creeping things. The Orc burrows 4 orc burrows closely built together. The difference between victory and defeat, Chaemiko looking like he had all of that pressure down, and in the end realized that he couldn't finish the job, and it was the Blade Master's dust of appearance use that ended up giving him the game. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it.